as with many complex problems, it's like really hard to tell what's a cause and what's a symptom. So
Hmm.
there's a bit sort of like, who's the mommy and who's the baby here,
Yeah.
but a few things that are top of mind for me. One is a lot of times when that analysis is done, it's looking at venture capital.
Yep.
The business of venture capital is return the fund.
Yep.
So like you're already selecting in a very, very specific way.
Yep.
Combine that with the ostensible track record of things that are ostensibly called ag tech and the reality that like most venture capitalists are unbelievably consensus driven, do not have unique perspectives on the world, are telling their LPs that they're going to do outsized returns and then behaving exactly like the rest of their
Yeah.
cohort. And you're like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Um, I should not do ag tech because it doesn't have good returns is like a pretty easy way to guarantee that it's going to continue to have middling returns, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to spend somebody else's money. So, although I literally do. So, like,
Right.
all the mercy in the world for all the venture capitalists who are the exception to the rule and I adore and are on my cap table very specifically. But I think there's a difficult sort of self fulfilling prophecy of like, what's an acceptable scale of success? Therefore, what fits that pattern? My line inside Yardstick is another software developer does not make soil carbon change faster.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think this is a very deep and rich and underexplored cultural tension
Hmm.
within my piece of the agricultural scene, which is largely the like tech VC,
Hmm.
like piece of it, which is the whole business model of venture capital and like
Right.
coastal tech brain is predicated
Right.
on like ChatGPT 4 came out 6 months ago and now it's like trees don't care, like they don't care. So if you want to change the world, make a lot of money fast, bless you. I'm proud that I run this company. I believe in the money we've raised. And
Yeah.
yeah, like you're working on different timelines. So as a person, I grew up in New Jersey, which is like I grew up in the like commute into Manhattan part of New Jersey, not the like, eggplant part of New Jersey. New Jersey is an agricultural economy for the record. But you have a lot of like bros like me that are like, and you hear this literally, like you literally
Hmm.
hear people use these words. "Well, agricultural systems are really just another engineering problem, right?" And you're
Hmm.
like, in one way, you're right. There's inputs and outputs, and in the
Yeah.
other way, you are like so stupid ass wrong. Have you
Right.
ever spent any time on this? And I'm looking in the mirror, right? Like that's me. I am that guy more so than the other guy, and that means I think you got to select for a different experience of this tension between the fast, the quick, the science, the feedback, the software. The can't everything just be a piece of SaaS with like again
Hmm.
a tree that is like, who are you? You are irrelevant. I am ancient. You are dust. For the better or the worse. And the kind of abridged history is that most of the quote unquote nature based
Yeah.
part of the voluntary carbon market was created with forestry
Hmm.
and
Right.
particularly this premise of avoided conversion. Hey, this forest is going to be cut down unless you pay me to not
Yeah.
cut it down.
Right.
That has had unbelievable rigor quality problems. Unbelievable. And the highest quality soil carbon methodologies today, the ones that I believe can actually move the needle for land managers in richer countries like America, countries like America, are like 3 years old, 4 years old, like
Right.
very, very young,
Right.
which means they are just starting to issue their first credits. And those methodologies have all learned from the problems of this crisis of the avoided conversion forestry market of the past.
Hmm.
So, yes, it's small. Yes, it's easy to report large year over year percent growth rates because the baseline is so small. Um, if you are a project developer, you are not going to be looking at 100 million tons of demand each year,
Hmm.
but steadily and slowly. Which again, back to like 2 topics ago, is the way agricultural systems work.
Yeah.
It is absolutely headed in the right direction. People love to shit on Indigo, and they don't update their priors. Indigo is one of the strongest soil carbon programs in America right now,